Hi guys, welcome to Jaff Builds. I'm Jaff. This is my current build. It's a Ford Focus with a Lexus V8. I call it the Flexus. And it's got a pair of turbos for fun. Want to find out more? Stay tuned and watch me as I continue the build, and subscribe so you don't miss out. So since the last episode I've had a bit of trouble. I put it outside, as you can see from the watermarks on the roof. I brought it back in, got it all dusty, and it's all the watermarks have stayed on the car. But yeah, I put it outside, left it out there for a week, and of course I live in Wales, so it rained. Unfortunately, it just proved that these old Fords aren't as waterproof as well. I don't think they were ever waterproof, hence the rust. But yeah, after about a week outside, I had a lot of water in the footwells and a lot of water in the boot area. The water in the boot area is quite common for these Focuses. They leak in through the lights. There's like a couple of places where the water can get into, so I'm not too worried about that. When I put the rear lights in, I'll make sure I seal them up and buy new seals and stuff to make sure that it's to make sure that the boot doesn't fill up. And the footwells was a bit more difficult. So initially I didn't know what the problem was, so I pulled the dash out, and I also mopped up all the water that was in the footwells. I did find a small leak on the aerial, so the aerial up here, the roof wasn't perfectly flat or not flat, but perfectly concave like the base of the aerial was. So I just just sorted that out, massaged it into the right shape, and put some sealant on the aerial as well. So now that is hopefully all sealed up, and we should be all okay. But before we get to sorting the lights out and doing another water test, I've got some stuff to catch up from the last episode. So let's get to that. So as I might have mentioned in the last episode, the exhausts were gone off for powder coating. Sorry, not powder coating, ceramic coating. So these the downpipes with the lambdas in it, and the well, I don't know what to call these, cat pipes maybe. They've also been done as well. Just to keep as much of the heat in the pipe as possible. I have got one problem with this one. The lambda bung needs threading, so I've ordered a tap to do that one, but we can put one side in anyway. In fact, we can put both sides in apart from this pipe. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to put them in the front, back where they belong. Likewise, while I was there, I got the turbine housings done. So these are, oh, don't drop it on the car. These are all powder coated as well. Not powder coated, ceramic coated. So I can build these turbos back up together and put the exhaust back in, and that'll be the exhaust done then. Can't do this side, this is the broken side. We can do this side. So we can put that side in, and I can actually show you the how good the gap is with the actuator arms, like I didn't show you last time. Anyway, I'm going to set you up and put all this back together. it from the last episode, maybe one of the last ones, I can't remember, but when I took my exhaust off to get ceramic coated, I didn't have them back in time for to finish the episode, so I've got them back now, so I can show you what it looks like. They are all ceramic coated, turbine housings, exhaust, ignore the wiring that needs to be done up here, and then I've got space down there. Obviously you can't see anything because it's really dark and it's all black, but there is a gap between the there is a gap between the exhaust and the brake solenoid, so we're all good there. I've tidied up the cables there, I've put that back in. We've got my wiring all done under here, so it's all in there like that. There's my earth stud. The other side of the power then goes around there into a 3D printed bracket to hold it all together. The main loom goes into the engine bay, into the box. I've got 2 more cables left to do, these and that blue one that just disappeared up there. These, so I got to do these, put a plug on them. Then we've got a bulkhead connector for the power, so the power goes, it's only a short cable from there around there, out of the way. These get plugged in when the interior loom is in, so you can get out of my way. And then we need a grommet for this, which is the engine management loom, but that's that's 1 grommet away from being finished, so that's all good. Other side, remember I said how it was all very, very close. So it's perfect, I can just about fit my fingers in there. This needs to change though. I'm not happy with the way this pipe is. I don't think I ever have been, that's why I've put off changing it so far, but it's going to get changed because I bought air filters for this and they're massive, they're too big, so I'm going to go down into that gap there and put them down there. So to put them down there, I've got to move this out of the way, and I've got all this room here to manage with it, so we'll deal with that. Same, oh, that's the jack. Same this side, I'm going to go down there, which means removing my bracket that I put on for the oil collector can. I can't remember what it's called. Was it oil vapor can? Whatever they're called. Either way, that used to sit here. It was tight. I'm now going to move it over here somewhere, just make a bracket to put it in that little area there. That means I can put my air filters down from there into this gap. So that's just a few things that I've done. The main thing has been that wiring. That wiring took a lot longer than I expected. Plugging it into that 47-way plug, this one down here. So I got my 47-way plug. The front loom is all done, it just needs to be wrapped up, and then all it does is plug into there. Job done. Also I bought a new bonnet latch as well, so now the bonnet actually closes. So yeah, I've done quite a few things. Oh, one more thing I need to do as well is you can also get a narrower coolant bottle, roughly about that much narrower, which gives me that much room to work with. And you know, I'm not gonna say no to that, so I might end up getting another one of them to fit better in here. Anyway, I've also been busy inside a little bit. So obviously, let's get in. Obviously, in the corner we've got the bulkhead connector. Takes my main battery cable all the way to the back of the car. Likewise, there's the engine loom that I mentioned. I'm gonna have to make a bracket in here for the ECU to sit somewhere, but I'll do that when the dash comes in. I've also been busy with just a little bit of paint on some rusty bits, and I've chucked a load more seam sealer down where it's required. Seam sealed these things, I don't know what they are, plugs up, and just been generally cleaning up in here. So it's quite clean in here. What I'm going to do now is drop it on the floor, take it outside, chuck a hose all over it to see where the water is coming in. Hopefully, fingers crossed, there will be no water. If there is, I'm going to be sat in here while the missus chucks the hose pipe over it. And I'm going to see if I can identify where the water is coming from and seal it off. And then hopefully it's just taking the interior out of the other car out there, chucking it in here, and actually having a car again instead of this empty shell with an engine. Anyway, yeah, that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to drop it down, take it outside, and chuck a hose over it and see, well, hopes and prayers. Go! Up here! Would you believe that is by design? So I was quite surprised when I seen so much water go down these seals. Well, they're not seals. I always thought they were seals, but they're just rubber scrapers for the window. It will allow water in, and then the water will go through the holes in the bottom of the door between the two panels. So yeah, just make sure that your holes at the bottom of the door are all free, and that your membrane on the inside of the door isn't ripped like mine. So I've got to find some new membranes, but we'll worry about that later. Bottom line is there's no water getting into the car, so that's good. Aerial's all sealed up. The pollen filter is all sealed. The lights I'll do when I put the lights in, so we're all good. So let's finish this episode off by putting some sound editing in the car and finishing the sort of base layer of the car off before putting the wiring in and the seats and the carpet and all that sort of stuff. So I bought this. It is soundproofing. It's a bit like your Dynamat. It's called Noiko. It's basically to help stop reverberating noises, etc. In the car. It's got this fancy pattern on it, and what you do is you get the roller, special roller, and you roll it along this until the pattern disappears. It's not as good as I thought it would be, but sounds a lot better than the rattly tin can that I had before. So as you can see, I've done the boot already. I've done a bit of the side there, put a bit in the door behind the speaker. I'm going to do the floor next. I bought way too much. That is the second pack. This was one pack. So I bought way too much, but is what it is. So I've done some of the back already. Gonna move on to doing the front now. And hopefully then we can start putting the carpet in, which has been hanging up there for weeks drying. So at least the interior will start looking like a interior again instead of this mess. So let's turn the music on, go back in time, show you me doing the boot, and moving on to the front. Oh, it takes forever. That boot took me about 2 hours, I think. It's not a quick job, but hopefully it'll be worth it, and it doesn't add too much weight to the car. Not adding weight is a problem. I've just, it's not a track car, but I can already sense the comments. Shh, don't do it. I don't care. I've put it in to stop reverberating noise. So that's it for this week. The car is as soundproofed as I'm going to make it. I don't think I'm going to put any more soundproofing on there. Don't want to make it too heavy. And I've got the sort of base layer of wiring in there, so we can start looking at putting the interior back in now and stuff as well. And there's some rewiring I've got to do on the dash as well. So that will come soon, hopefully. Maybe the next episode. Maybe we'll do the lights next episode. I don't know. We'll see. I'm kind of winging it at the moment. But if you did like what you see, please give the video a like. It helps the channel, and so does subscribing so you don't miss out on the next episode. So give it a subscribe, like the video, and you can also join Patreon or the YouTube channel members as well if you want to support the channels. If you do, you get perks and stuff, so you get the videos early and you get your name up on the screen and all that sort of stuff. It's just a way of thank you for supporting. And like I said, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss next time. I'm done. I will see you next time.